Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp, is by far my most anticipated anime of the season. It's one of the very few anime that I'm going to wholeheartedly get to enjoy with you guys, because this is one of the stories that I have actually read in the past, and it's one of my favorite out there that I read all last year. And I don't really read very much just because I simply just don't have time. But this was one of the ones that I came across just because of the unique scenario of, doctor, medical knowledge, girl gets, tortured, executed, reborn, gets a second chance at life, and then gets a third chance at life, reliving her first life. And it's just such a unique premise. And this episode 1 did not disappoint whatsoever. Like, it came out, and you have to simply recognize, or at least when I say you, I don't mean necessarily you, but like the you in general, right? I think it's easily discernible of how excellent the writing is, how excellent the conveyance of emotion is. And like the end of the episode, I teared up, man. Like, I can't even lie. Like, I teared up, and I thought that the way that they kind of tied in the end with the story was just beautiful, and I can't wait to see more. And Elise, as she's living her second life as Aoi, or whatever her name was, as Elise is living her second life, she's thinking back of like her family and her original family, and she's thinking of like, I've never, the girl comes and she praises her of like, thank you so much for saving my mom. Ever since you did, like, obviously mom got reinvigorated and got a second chance at life. And now she's telling her daughter, telling her husband, like, how much I love you. Because those are the true feelings that were always there that, for whatever reason, she just didn't let out. And Elise is thinking to herself the whole time as she's being praised and thanked and everything else of like, nobody has ever said I love you. Not the I like you BS stuff, like literally like I love you. And she hasn't heard that, and she's thinking back of what kind of witch she was in her past life, what kind of villainess she was, and how she was put at the stake and she was executed, and she was blamed for the death of her father and blamed for the death of her brothers and blamed for for the downfall of her kingdom, or not kingdom but dukedom, or like the territory, blamed for this and this and that, and put on the stake. And then we get a glimpse at her living her second life. And in this second life, God gifted her, whatever God it is, right? Whatever spirit, God, thing, world, universe, system, whatever it is, the being that made her second life happen, put her in a situation to where she was a orphaned kid, orphaned at birth, struggled through life, obviously with the mentality of an older person, of an adult living through a second life. And she, said like, I'm going to make the best out of this second life, and she's going to save lives and become a doctor. And she does, and she fulfills it, and she's awesome at it. And she gets asked to go, to Germany to go perform a heart surgery, which is like a really cool scenario. She has like the magic hands, which is such a really cool thing too. And she's linguistically inclined, which is just like, she's just multi-talented. It's like awesome to see. And she goes on a plane. It gets in a plane crash, and one of her final regrets as she's on, as the plane's about to crash, she's like, I just wish. She thinks about her family, and then she's like, I just wish I could have saved more people's lives. And like, again, in a stroke of luck, whatever system, God, whatever being, whatever it is, gifted her like one, like, even though she's bleeding out, and we don't see that, the show hides it from us, but she's like, she's impaled, she's bleeding out. She's like, I need to save as much people as I can. They give her a second chance in this current life to do that, and she saves so many lives on the plane, saves a kid's mother, saves some dude who was impaled by like some railing or something, and she performs like a quick surgery, and like once she completes it, she saves so many lives, like she's about to black out, and she's like, coughing up blood because she's been bleeding out this whole time. And right when the rescue team's about to get there, she's just like, I wish I could just see my family one more time. And like, again, you have to imagine, right? Again, whatever system, God, whatever it is, I say God because that's what you imagine is like some being, some higher power, recognized all the good that she did and was like, let me give you one last shot or one more chance, and puts her back into her prior self. And, she gets to go and undo all the villainy and the tyranny that she caused in whatever form or fashion. And now she's able to go get her second chance. And she does, and she sees her family for the first time, and she just yells out that I missed you, I loved you. And it's just like, it's powerful and it's emotional. And that's just the first episode, my friend, So I understand that this show might not be for everybody, right? Maybe you didn't think as highly of the episode 1 as I did, and I think that's completely okay. Let me know in the comments your reasons behind that. But for everybody else who, you vibed with it, or you're going to maybe give it one more episode or 2 more episodes, I really think that we're about to eat good. I think this is going to be the best show. I think it's going to be the best anime of the season. I think it's going to be the best, romance anime, the best isekai anime. I think it's going to be the best, fantastical anime, and not in the powerful OP character type deal, but just like this girl who's, a doctor and going to use her medicinal skills in this ancient world that she originally came from. And I just think it's just gonna be so good, and I'm so excited to see this, come to life. And this is one of the ones that, like most folks who are familiar with source material, are always kind of worried about, how's the studio going to, how are they going to adapt this? And I really think episode 1 really nailed the emotionality and conveyed all feelings really, really, really well. So I am overly excited for Doctor Elise, the Royal Lamp, with the lady with the Royal Lamp. I'm just so excited for this one. This is awesome. It met and exceeded every expectation I have. For me, this was a 10 out of 10 episode. I know it's kind of wild to say. Not everybody will agree, but for me, my heart, 10 out of 10, best new anime of the season so far. Yeah, I'm sorry. Even Solo Leveling, so far, just episode 1 for episode 1, I'm putting this above it. Sorry, y'all. All right, those are my feelings. Let me know yours in the comments, my friends. Sticking with it, dropping it, didn't like it. Let me know all those feelings in the comments below. You got nothing to say, just drop me a little heart, a little emoji or something, just so I know you were here. It just helps out the YouTube numbers to get this pushed out to more. But I'll see you guys next week. Peace.